Okay, so a while back, Pete Dorr asked me to do a video on Kirby plushes because a lot of them look the same. There's 3 different types of Kirby plushes. Early Kirby plushes, which is like Kirbys Adventure and Kirby's Dreamland 2 plushes. Kirby 64 era, and maybe a little bit later. And then we're like pre-cartoon show and then post-cartoon show era. So 3 different types. Let's start with some of the early plushes. This is a Kirby's Adventure set of plushes from Takara, 1993. And you'll see that Kirby has a very different look than he does today. First they use this fuzzy fabric for the whole set. He's typically holding a star in a lot of these early plushes. And it really follows the art of the game. Let me just show you that real quick. Because you'll see that reproduced very well in the plushes. Very compact face, and he has the blush, or the blush he has on his face is actually marks on his face, and the eyes are much smaller, and the mouth is a little different, or sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller than what we see today. And this set came with kind of the springy hanger. So that's Kirby from that set, and then we have Cowboy Kirby from the Quick Draw mini game. And this one's funny because he has a gun, just kind of a weird thing. And notice the feet are smaller on this set than we'll see later. This one looks kind of funky, but it does follow the art pretty well. And we can see the open mouth on Kirby on this one. Okay, and then to show you Angry Kirby from this era, I'll show you Freeze Kirby. You can see the angry eyebrows and the really weird frown he has on, but it does kind of match the art on Freeze Kirby there. Another funky looking plush, but that's cool because it's old. This one hasn't changed much because it's Kirby's surprised expression. It's Crash ability Kirby, or being electrified Kirby. So the big eyes and a little tear there. It's cute. And let me just quickly show you King Dede from this set. Hasn't changed a whole lot. He doesn't have the emblem on his back early on, but a lot of the details are the same. It looks a little bit different, but he hasn't changed much over the years. This is a very, very rare plush, by the way. From the same era, we have another smaller Kirby keychain plush. And he's holding the star, he's fuzzy, he has the bead eyes, the blush marks again, and tiny mouth, tiny feet. So we kind of get a theme with these older plushes. By the way, I have extras of these, they're extremely rare. If you'd like one, send me a message. Moving up, this is most likely from Kirby's Dreamland 2. It's 1995. From HAL Labs is the only thing it says on here. I don't really have a tag for this one, but it does say 1995, so I can assume it's Kirby's Dreamland 2. The blush marks are changing a little bit. We see more of them and a little bit more defined. The eyes are a little bit bigger, but still smaller than what we see today, and the mouth got a little bit bigger. Feet are about the same. So that's that one. And then another random plush I have from 1995 is this Beanbag Waddled Dede. And he's changed quite a bit too, but not too much. You can see the blush marks on him are the same as Kirby in this era. So that's the really early set. Now we're going to jump ahead a little bit and look at this Kirby's Dreamland 3 set that I have. That's extremely rare. And here's Kirby from that set. He has a little strap, and eyes are changing a little bit again. The blush marks are much smaller now, little 3 marks like we saw in the Kirby's Dreamland 2 plush, but now they're much smaller. And this is going to blow fans' minds. If you guys like Kirby, this set is extremely coveted for you because Coo is an official plush in this set. And we also have Kine and Rick. And these are like art perfect plushes. They did an excellent job on these. I just love this set, and I've never seen it for sale again. So it's extremely rare. Here's Nagu from that set as well. That'll complete the set. So we know that because of Nagu, it's Kirby's Dreamland 3. This is a set from Bandai. It says 1998. The license says 1997. So again, it's Kirby's Dreamland 3. Okay. It's a bummer they didn't have the other characters. I really liked the other characters. So let's look really quickly at some Kirby 64 merchandise. This one's from Kirby 64, and this is really when the character is becoming much more refined. And we can see that from the blue markings in the eyes. The eyes are much bigger. He's a lighter hue of pink, and the blush is now a circle. The feet are much bigger, and the face is still pretty compact in the middle, but still much larger across the entire character. This character is actually a radio controlled. There's a little control for it, and they just kind of wheel. Well, it's not like radio controlled, it's just it's called Go-Go Kirby, and it has a little wire. And you can drive Kirby along. No info really on this one. But they did have a Waddle Dee as well, the Go-Go Waddle Dee. And I have another. There were quite a few Kirby 64 plushes, but they're hard to get a hold of. They had some larger ones, but this was my favorite. They had these reversible plushes. This is Waddle Dee from that set. And Waddle Dee changed to, he has the blush marks like Kirby does. He does not have the blue there Kirby does, but see the zipper in the back opens to reveal another Waddle Dee, and this one's sleeping. See? And then the feet are just little ribbons instead of, or little bits of fabric instead of the feet. So I like to keep them feet out. But this set actually showed a lot of Kirby's abilities. This is the stone, double stone ability, and you can see that Kirby has a different expression on each one. A little creepy, but I like getting two plushes for the price of one. This is his double needle, or double cutter, I think. Yeah. Double cutter ability. This is his double needle ability. I always like this one, the bee stinger and the cactus and the Swiss Army knife. As you can see, it has a different expression on the reversibles. And here's what they look like mint in the package. This is the snowman one. And there's also a light bulb one. Let's see if I can see. There we go. This is the light bulb one. And yeah, so that's some Kirby 64 plushes. And that'll round out this first video. So we see kind of the early stuff and how he's kind of evolved. And then, oh, here's one more. This is a plush from Kirby 64. It's an inflatable plush, which is why he's all deflated. He has a really long hang tag. And again, the face is different. And this one says Bon Bon. Not sure if that's the company name or whatever, but yeah, so you can, there's a place to inflate him. You just got like a beach ball inside of him, and you fluff him up. But yeah, that's the Kirby 64 kind of look, and this is what we're moving to. This is 2001, and we'll see a lot more of this in the next video. So thanks for watching, and look for the next one.